is Captain Loche.
Yes, it's perfect.
Where is the camera on? What?
Of course it's on.
Of course. First of all, salute all subscribers and viewers. Thanks for your support, for visiting our channel, for all your comments, for your subscriptions, and for sharing and spreading the passion for this channel to the rest of the world. Because like we always try to tell you, you can't find better hobby than this, and if there is any viewer wondering right now if you should buy your first plane and test it, just buy something and believe me that you will have the fun of your life. And if maybe some viewer has just discovered this channel, I will tell you quickly that finally you have found a channel where you can see nothing but the videos of the tests of the planes from an amateur point of view and without editing, and that's the most important thing. On this channel we always just turn the camera on and you can see what will happen from the beginning to the end without editing. If we fly, we fly, and if we crash it.
That's it.
We're not ashamed to show you everything, even if you crash the plane or even if you have some project that doesn't work, because filming. Because at the end, viewers, it's not even the point in filming.
Stop drooling.
I'm drooling, I'm watching this plane. The point is that we just want to show you that this is the perfect way to have fun while you still have chance in your lifetime. Because you only live once, so what the hell, we must have fun today.
Yes.
And now go there, Captain Lodge, because there must be a story to this. Today I will explain this to the viewers. Now, of course, all the viewers who are following our channel already know that this is my famous RP plane. We've been doing videos of this plane for quite a while now. And in fact, you have seen by now the two good flights with the RP00 from I don't know what number to on. Like this.
A little bit. Yeah, like this, yes.
Good enough?
Good enough, speak.
Now, of course, there is a story. What was the story of the beginning? I will be quick, so the video won't be too long. In fact, the point was just this, that one day I have decided that I will make myself an EDF jet. Now, we all know that I really love EDF jet the most, and I wanted to make myself an EDF jet, but the EDF jet with the best sound in the world. Like I said in a few videos back, in the video of RP, I always wanted to have the Vulcan bomber on 4x70mm EDF jets, but there's no way that you can buy that plane. There's no way, and I don't have time to build myself that plane. And just one night I came to the idea, hey, why not to assemble myself a jet from the drain pipes? I was just thinking 70mm EDF unit, 75mm tube, 70 in the inner diameter, but that can be perfect for the plane. And then I thought myself, hey, I have the wing from the Frankie glider airplane, and I can just make the back from the spare wings of the Comet planes. Now you have seen on this channel that we have already tested the plane RP003. Now that plane has two tubes for the fuselage, and actually those two tubes were for to install the impellers. We have tested that plane many times, and you can actually see the two good flights with that plane. Nice. Now, first test was on the 4-cell batteries with the 70mm 12-blade EDFs on 4-cell. Later I have changed it to Freewing EDF units, 12-blade 70mm high-speed that were running on 6-cell batteries. And that was the point, because at the end I wanted a plane like this, 4 EDFs that will run on 5-cell batteries. Now you have seen just yesterday I have posted the video of the RP004, the next generation from RP003, and this one has just one single fuselage body. When I was assembling this plane, because I have seen on the first video, on the first RP, that I can get quickly a very heavy plane, I said to myself, I will just put one fuselage, put the EDFs as shorter tubes as possible on, and I will have a light plane. And in fact, with RP004,
that was nothing.
Instead of almost 5 kilos of weight, I got to 6 kilos of weight. But then I was thinking, hey, I had 2 EDFs on the wings. I said to myself, well, 2 wings has 4 kilo of thrust, supposedly.
2 wings? EDFs.
2 kilo of thrust, 2 EDFs on the wings. I thought it will give me 4 kilo of thrust, and I will just stuck in the third EDF in the fuselage tube, and I will have, I don't know, at least 6 kilos of thrust. Now we have tested that thrust on that plane. Now of course, since the point was for me that I will make myself the best sounding EDF, I was thinking all sorts of things and experimenting, and on that plane you can see the beer cups in front and in the back. Now I can tell you right now that I did have the best sounding EDF. Maybe it doesn't sound so good to the camera, but viewers, if you were listening it in the real, hey, that plane was really loud and the sound was perfect. But then one guy made a comment under that video, and he was so true, eh? Because even if you want to have the best sounding EDF, the sound means power. So that means that I was losing a lot of power just on the sound, not on the thrust. And then I was thinking, hey, okay, the RP003 was very quiet plane, but it fly perfect, eh? So I have just disassembled that RP004 because I already knew that that will be nothing, eh? And then I said, hey, now I will disassemble and I will start again. The plane was without anything on, and I just started to make holes in the fuselage like this. Do you see this, eh? And I have really lightened up the plane. I don't have any extra weight, at least on the fuselage. Of course, with the plane like this, I can't have now the fifth EDF if I won't cover this with some light foil, but screw that. I will go from 3 EDFs to 4 like it was my first plan, eh? And then I said to myself, hey, this time, forget about the beer cups, forget about the sound, eh? I will just make this plane like I do job every day, because viewers, every day, in fact, I do calculate pressure drops in the pipes for our filtering systems for wood industry. And I was just thinking to myself, hey, those beer cups, of course, didn't work good. Now,
hey,
in front,
are you going to speaking be until the morning, or?
No, I will be quick. I was just thinking, hey, I will go with the first idea that I have found out on the first RP. Hey, why to put anything here? Hey, film here, Captain Blanche. Why to put anything here in front of the EDFs? Because already that they have made these beautiful inlets, and these inlets are so the EDF can suck as much air as possible from this world. So I will just go with the first one that we have discovered on the RP003, that you don't need nothing in front of the EDFs and they can suck the whole world from the air. Okay, I was living like this, but of course I can't have the end of the EDF with nothing. So I said to myself, what the hell, I will just reduce it a little, because we all know, even in our system that we work, if you have the reduction from the bigger to lower, I was just thinking to myself, hey, okay, the speed will be bigger if I reduce this. I will get the bigger speed on the inlets, but also if you listen to the wind outside, if you have slow breeze, you can't hear the wind. But if the wind is blowing hard, you can also hear the wind. So I have just put these drinking cups here. Of course, they're the best thing because they are light and they fit perfect. And I have reduction from 70 millimeter. From
70 millimeter to what?
From 70 millimeter to 60 millimeter.
16?
60.
60.
And now I will have the bigger speed, and because of the bigger speed I will have still the better sound in the back. And these are not long cones, so that means that I won't have much pressure drop here.
Do you know
pressure
what I think?
lost, and because of this I won't have too much sucking amps. Hey, I have really thought good.
And
this
you know what?
Freewing.
Yes, you did, but we will have to change the battery in the camera to 10S 17,000 milliamps.
Yeah, if I will talk so much. Now, of course, I must still run this plane on the pack. You can show from this side that I will be using the Admiral. You can see here 6S, and this time with 50C.
Yes.
50C, and that's it. Now I have also made this pre-connectors this morning. Because even in fact, viewers, I want to thank to all the viewers. But what?
There is the plane on the table
the
that
calibers.
the viewers must not see yet.
I was saying something here.
Yes, about the pre-connectors.
Yeah, I have made myself the brake connector.
Yes. And now you're going to try to weigh.
And that's it?
Yes.
Now, of course, viewers, I really hope for the best this time, because this is really my white whale, and I will tell you right now, at the end,
It's a good thing that I have bought this
At the end,
scale.
I will fly this plane no matter what. Like
Yes.
do.
And now just to weigh it.
Even though the viewers are joking about this, okay?
Who's joking?
Well, hey, the previous plane did look silly, but I think that I really have something here today. And if this plane will work, viewers say, I will have the good trust, hey. And then you can salute me, hey.
Yes.
And just show this, hey.
What?
Because I will show the viewers perfect G-spot all over again. I have found it. Are you filming?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh,
Look, viewers.
Look at this.
Look at this, hey.
Yes.
But where can you find the better G-spot?
In the bedroom.
I found this on every single place.
Your wife is very happy about
Yeah,
this.
she's so happy. Eh?
Hey, help me with this scale.
Now just put the scale on, and today we will do something different, viewers. Eh? We were testing the last time on the table, and I was just saying to Captain Blanche that that is not...
No, I have to turn it off. Yeah, like this. And then when you're going to put the plane on, I'm going to turn it on so it
I
does...
have just said to Captain Blanche, that can't be... Oh, I mean, okay, the RP004 just didn't have good enough thrust, and I know that that was from the cups.
Thrust.
They were just messing up with the airflow of the EDF. But if you want to measure, and I will... The ID32, I must salute that guy, because he said, hey, just measure the thrust like you measure the weight. Hang the plane, and then you will have no drag on the wheels, because we were testing the thrust on the
and now
table.
just hang it.
But wait, Captain Blush, I'm speaking. But what with you?
Speaking?
Where do you have to go?
Nowhere, you can just hang it.
Then wait. Because this is the ultimate test today, viewers. If this will not work, this will be the goodbye, this will be the end of RP planes. We must have something today. And if you measure on the table, you have the drag of the wheels, and if I put the full thrust, all that the plane wants to do is lift the tail of the plane. So if we measure the drag, not the drag, the thrust with the hanged plane, now we will have the thrust measuring in the grams perfectly.
Yes.
So this is it.
This is the thing we were waiting for.
I will put it like this.
No. Like this. And I will stand behind it, huh?
Yeah, but we must first weigh the weight of the plane.
Ah, yeah, huh? Lift it up.
We must see how heavy it is now. Like this.
Hang it.
And I will just leave it like this. It's now heavy.
Okay. Now,
Did you
units. 4.9 kilos.
So that means we have now
10.8 pounds. Yeah, this is Chinese. And 172.9 ounces. Yes. 4.9 kilos.
Now 4.9 kilos, that means that I have in fact, I will leave it like this, that in fact I have lightened the plane for 1 kilo from the RP003. Now can you imagine this, eh? And 1 kilo means a lot, eh? So this is it. And now I will just turn
Now wait, I'm going to
it on.
turn it off and turn it on so it's going to level at this.
First I must plug it in.
Okay, it's good enough. Now,
Now of course,
now it says 0 kilograms.
does it say?
Yes.
Now of course, viewers, you must know that I have calibrated this time the ESCs. And now, viewers,
Just try it.
a final salute, eh?
Yes.
Because on this test, it much depends on this test if you will see RP00 place anymore, eh? So this is it, Captain Bosch. Are you ready for the moment of truth?
Yes, grab it for the a bit to
No, I
the
will
wing.
just do this. Look, viewers, I won't grab nothing like this. Are you ready?
Yes.
When?
Now. Look, the spider webs are coming down.
Spider webs are falling down, eh?
Seven-
Destruction.
7.2 kilograms.
What?
7.2 kilograms of thrust.
7.2?
Yes.
Once more, eh?
Yes.
Because this is unbelievable, hey.
Do it.
Just tell me when.
Well, now. Hey,
What?
at one time it went to 7.8.
Is it?
Yes, you'll see on the camera. Oh, you have all the dust.
I have put it all the dust. Oh, you put it on the table?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this is it, eh?
Cool. More than
I
enough.
must show this to the viewers. Look at this, eh? Finally, we have something here, eh?
Yes.
What do you think, eh?
It
I
will
think
be-
that we're really close now to have my dream drain pipe EDF, eh?
I think this is it.
Now viewers won't call me crazy anymore because hey.
Yeah,
Can you imagine this? Now let's just quickly.
What did I say?
go for this, eh?
7.8 and it weighs 4.9.
It weighs 4.9 and we have 7.8. That means that we have what?
Almost 2 to 1.
No, we have
Yeah, 10 kilograms.
No,
yeah.
no.
1.7 ratio.
5.9. Yeah, I can quickly tell me what do you have?
4.9.
No,
It
the
weighs
biggest one. The biggest one.
7.8 kilograms.
Divided 4.9.
4.9, yes.
Is
1
1 to 6 ratio, you will say. No, that means something. Not just a half to 1 that we have on the last video. But this time we have 1.6 to 1. No, that also means, because if you have ratio 1 to 1.
Look at all the dust that came down from the...
Because if you have the ratio 1 to 1, that means that the plane in theory stay level and hover.
Yes.
And if I have now thrust bigger than the weight, do you know what that means? That I can just put full throttle and just throw the plane and it must go up here.
Yeah, of course.
Now, of course, you also must understand that maybe for flying, I got the comment on RP004 from one guy, hey, you don't need 1-to-1 ratio thrust to fly the plane.
No.
Because in fact, the EDF doesn't carry the plane in the air, the wings are carrying the plane. But I will tell you this, but if you check the EDF, not the EDF, but the real jets in real, you can see that those planes are pretty heavy. If you just check the MiG-21, now that plane doesn't have much of the wing area, but because it has the crazy thrust, it's good enough. Because if you have enough of thrust, you can fly anything, eh?
Yes.
You just need then something to control that thing.
Will you
I
unplug
can
it?
put these EDFs on the 2-kilo brick. Can you imagine this? And I will be able to fly the brick, but I don't have no control of that. Oh, Captain Blush, and this is it. And once more for the viewers, once more, I will just put it to you, and you can hear it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because I really, the sound is also great. I don't need nothing today. No whistles, no cups, no nothing in front.
This will be crazy.
Hey, but I can hardly breathe in the back. This is so sick. Did you hear it in the front?
Of course.
I will turn it to you quick because this, we must do this. Because today, viewers say I'm one happy pilot again. Because this is even better than the RP003 that I was flying. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh my God. This pulls like a bull.
And today we have also shown you, I will just unplug it. Today we have shown you, should I try a little, hovering?
No, you don't mess with this,
But if we were outside, viewers Hey, I would try to hover this plane because
you do it.
I have the thrust bigger than the weight.
Of course it will hover.
Maybe you can try it on the runway, Captain Blanche. What do you say, huh?
First
It
you
will be
fly.
fun. Because
First
I'm
you
really
fly.
wondering, hey, if I grab the plane like this, like this, and if I pull the full throttle and just throw it, can you
Yes.
imagine this?
Once you fly it normally.
Yeah.
So you
Once
know,
I will first try on the
so
wheels,
you
you
know
say.
what we'll do. So this is it.
But this time, and the speed will be pretty much better than on the RPZ.
I just hope that the wings can handle the truth.
Hey, who cares about the wings? The wings because, hey, let's go a little back quick. Of course, we will close the video.
This will be a very long video.
Yeah, it won't be too long, okay?
Yeah,
We will just go a little back to the RP003 because that plane, in fact, how much it was? 4.7 kilo, Captain Blanche.
Yes.
That plane weighted 4.7 kilo and this plane weighs 4.9. So we have only 200 grams more, but we have how much? 5 kilos of thrust more, And these wings will handle the truth. I won't fly this like an acrobat or a maniac. I will just try to fly sexy, fast and low, and at least to fly, because if I will fly this plane, viewers, believe me, I will leave this plane like it is. This will be something for the history. It will remain assembled like it is. I won't even take the EDF units off and put it on. This will be something, and one day, viewers, when we will be famous, I will put this plane on auction and we will use that money to make some beginner pilot who wants to have plane and doesn't have the money happy from that money.
Yes.
But we must be famous first. So this is it.
Yes.
What to tell at the end, finally in the Area 52 in Slovenia, we have something, a promise of the perfect flight. Because this time, viewers, I have also told you that I have made these wheels on this plane in such a way that right now, if I just put the plane on the ground, it is like on the catapult, the rocket launcher. And if I will just put the full throttle, I don't need to screw with the elevator because the elevator actually doesn't work until I have enough speed. I will just put full throttle and what the hell this time. Yes. And this time really, viewers say. So this is it.
This is it.
Pilot Robert and Captain Blas signing off Slovenia with the best thrust to weight ratio by now in Slovenia and in the world if we talk about the Drain 5
Yeah.
And that means something. And I have saluted all the viewers and all the friends, and at the end, you know who I will salute?
Who?
Myself, Pilot Robert.
I salute you.
You're the master, the mad doctor, but hey, brilliant ideas, So this is it.
Yes.
Viewers, of course, we love you all. Stay tuned, Don't miss the maiden flight with this plane, because believe me that this will be something to remember, and I can't wait for the good weather. Because all I have to do now, the plane is set at all the travels. All we need now is good weather, and that I recharge the batteries, and all the hell will be used Slovenia all again here.
Yes.
Goodbye, thanks.